I got my mouse to work, so I've got my mouse back, so I can actually move around the screen quick.
We're live.
We are
I
live.
think anyway, let me just check over on the old YouTube. I'll just post it on Twitter, say yo, we're live. We should be live anyway.
Let me just make sure my camera's up.
Just make sure we are. We should be live now. Let's quickly post this out to Twitter. We are live, actually. Confirmed, live. Confirmed, we are live. Is there anything you want to say to everybody?
Hello.
We are live. Hello, everybody.
We are flipping live. Oh.
We're live. We're live. We're live. Let me just quickly.
Are you recording as well on your stream notes? Or do you got to do that separately?
No, we record on YouTube, so it's all good.
Oh, okay. So this is recording now?
It's recording now, mate, yeah.
Okay.
We're nice and live.
Shall I just do the intro?
And we've got people, just two people in there. I just want to quickly share this to Twitter, and then we're good.
Alright. Tell me when.
Where's me fun? Just have a quick look. That'll be fun. And hello, everyone in the chat. Good afternoon. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome.
We're going to do a question and answers at the end, guys, by the way, if you're in here now. We're just tweeting out and stuff, and then we're going to start. We are going to start. We're going to do a question and answers. Right, take it away, Pav. Go on, take it away. Let's do it.
Ready?
Yep.
Yes, guys. Welcome to week 5 of the weekly roundup with myself and Crypto Insight UK.
Week 5. Madness.
Week 5, and wow, we said this last week. We've had a mad week again. Not really in terms of news, but in terms of just the market price action, as you're probably all aware. But we are still going to cover some topics for you guys anyway, just before we do dive into everything that's kicked off this week.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, everyone just needs to take a deep breath. And then we'll crack on.
I mean,
the news.
I can't believe that we're coming at you with a week like this after last week. Like, obviously, we were tittering on the top of support for ages. If someone was going to ask me if I thought what would happen this week would have happened this week in terms of what's happened, there's no way. I don't think anyone's predicting that in the market, that what's happened in a week. But yeah, it's a madness. But we're here. We're back. We're going to discuss it. That's why we're live.
Yeah,
go on, mate, you go.
Well, we'll dive into that because there's obviously a lot to talk about with whether we thought it was going to happen or not.
Yeah.
Which we didn't. And we're not going to stand here and say, oh, this, but this, but that. But I'll stand by the fact that I didn't think this happened.
No, me neither. And
even people who thought the prices would go that low, I don't think they would have thought it would happen like that.
No way. Like, no one's really going to predict like a capitulation. Oh, that's like a black swan in my opinion. A black Dokwan. Anyway, we're live because we are going to do some questions and answers at the end, guys. So if you've got anything, save it till the end. We're going to go through a few headlines. As always, if you don't tune into our weekly podcast every week, what are you doing? Because it's the best show in crypto. But also, we are going to be going through some questions at the end. And I'll leave it now to Pav to hit up our first headline here.
Yeah, so first, again, made a quick TikTok about this today. So we've got 3 spot ETFs going live literally today in Australia. Mm-hmm. There's 2 Bitcoin and 1 Ethereum spots going live. I don't know if this is the best article for it, but this was meant to happen. I think it's got delay listed, so it was actually meant to go live, I think, end of April, but they had to, I don't know why, for some reason, they had some concerns or whatnot, like they obviously would, and so they delayed it. But today's the day that these have actually gone live. And what a time for it to go live is when the markets are acting like this.
Yeah, I know. Well, is that going to be a positive or negative to the market as a question?
I don't know, because like, honestly, like the state it's in right now, I feel like damage is done. So even like a massive ETF, or whether, I know Australia's not really considered a big crypto country anyway, as of yet, in comparison to like the US and all the other countries, but even whether it will have a big effect on the price because of the market size. But like I said, I think that the damage is done anyway. I'm sure like even everyone across the world knows now, even if you don't dabble into crypto, you know what's happening with the prices, you know it's crashed, you know what's going on. I'm sure it's obviously on mainstream media now anyway. So I'm sure a lot of people know, so, but it's still good news though. Like I tried to say in my TikTok today, I guess it's a bit of a silver line to what's going on with the price action. We've still got countries coming out with ETFs. They're still going ahead with it because they know about the utility. We know about the utility. It's just a shame about the price action, really, which is kind of bringing the sentiment down. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, like we've talked about this privately. That when you have like capitulation events like this, I think this is an overreaction, probably a little bit to price. But as soon as you start spiraling down into capitulation events, like it can just get worse and worse. Like as soon as that sentiment gets spread around, we start getting hit with like big headlines, like well, we've got some more to talk about. We will talk about in a minute, but it gets out of hand quick, is what I'm trying to say, and it's really difficult to tell where the bottom could be. Oftentimes, when we are in times of very negative sentiment, that is when you can normally find a bottom. But when you've capitulated so fast, the difference between like 20, 30, 40% being the bottom is quite easy or quite fast to hit those targets, as you've already seen. Like yesterday, the day before, like today, what have we had? Like 20+% red days, 10%, 15,
crazy.
30s, depending on what crypto assets you hold. So sit tight, like don't get too stressed about it. The market's going to do what it's going to do regardless of whether you're stressed or not. And we've got
Yeah,
obviously some more
spot on.
headlines we want to get through. But the ETF thing, let's get onto that just quickly. I think that is a big positive for the market. We saw Nubank, we haven't actually got this as a headline. Nubank, which is like Brazil's biggest bank, they actually allocated 1% of their cash position to Bitcoin yesterday. So it kind of shows to me that institutions have got their eye on the price. If it hits the certain price, that they might want to at least hedge a little bit of their portfolio into crypto. They'll probably take the regulatory hit when that comes around, but I think that this is where the cycle might have changed from previous cycles. There's probably institutions eyeing up certain prices. I don't know what prices they'll be, but this now gives opportunity to Australian businesses to buy crypto. So anyone who's been sitting on the side in Australia, like, oh, shall I buy? Shall I, like, do I wait for prices to go lower? What do I need to do regulation wise? It takes the regulatory one away now. So now they've only already got to focus on the price and if they want to expose themselves to the market. So
Yeah, that's it. It's just more people getting easier exposure to the market. And another thing that leads on to perfectly, it's not really a massive headline. I've seen a couple of people talking about it, but Grayscale have had some sort of meeting with the SEC behind closed doors about. I know we spoke about this before in previous weeks, but obviously they want to get their spot ETF on the go. People were shouting about, I think in July, they were saying if they don't get it by July, they were going to sue the SEC. But it shows that it says productive there. Whether obviously we don't know what's gone on in that meeting, but I really do believe. I know a lot of people don't think these spot ETFs will come in until the US completely release their framework that they plan on doing this year. But I honestly think we could see, obviously, especially with Australia jumping on it. I don't see why they wouldn't say no. They wouldn't say yes to Grayscale spot ETF. But they've had some sort of meeting. It's been productive. Let's see what comes out of that, really. Because if you get a spot ETF going on in the US, I think that'll be absolutely massive
yeah,
for the market and price, because that will honestly swing the price a lot, I think.
I think I've got two views on it. So that in the article, I think it says, I don't know if in this article, but I read an article that says that it will release like $8 billion of capital for people who want to get invested into Bitcoin at spot price. So my two views on it are, one, obviously it could be huge for the market. We know that the US equities market, I think it's like 52 or 54% of the world equities market, so it's massive in terms of these sort of things. But the other one is, and this is one that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm not like a FUD guy, but like imagine if they bring it in now and institutions want a lower price and they just put some massive pressure on the market like right about now when we're already in like negative sentiment. I think it could come through two ways. You could get loads of institutions who have been desperate to buy it, and I think there's loads out there. And you hear about like Kevin O'Leary, etc., saying that you'll have exposure to it as soon as it's available. But then their institutions are clever. Like they've dealt with all the money for all the time. They have all the cash in the world basically, and they can read sentiment. If the market sentiment's low, they list an ETF. Could they bop the price down a bit further for what they want? Or are they more likely to scoop it up because they think this is a fair value in terms of the network adoption and Bitcoin for a long term? hold, and I don't know which the answer is. I'd hope that it was the latter, but I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket.
Exactly. You honestly don't know what's going on, but I think here it is. Verdict of 6th July, and there's the 8 billion for investors there, just for you guys as reference. But again, this is one of those ones where we're just gonna have to kind of keep. Well, I'm sure you guys will hear about it on Twitter as soon as it is announced. But like I said, we're still months down the line until this kind of gets confirmed, regardless. So, but at least it's in the pipeworks, and they're still working on it, and they've not just kind of like let this sentiment stall their progress with the ETF, spot ETF anyway.
Let's be honest,
But
like anything could happen by 6th of July.
this is what I mean. I think, like I said, I will go on to this, but I just think things can change so quick. And again, it's not me trying to be an optimist. Honestly, we've seen how quick it went downwards. Obviously, if you get the reverse sentiment and you get narratives coming out the other side, it could go up easily the other side. But obviously, we just need that narrative to come out, and whether it will come out soon.
Oh no, you're frozen. That's not good. We've lost him. We've lost him, squad. Yeah, we've lost him. We're going to have to get him back in. This is what happens when you try and do things live, guys, I guess. Let me invite him. Speak amongst yourselves, everybody. I don't know how I'm going to get him back in now. Yeah, I'm just going to have to end this stream quickly, and then we're going to have to go live again, I think.